Introduce our speaker today, my first teacher, my mentor, somebody who saw something in me that I didn't see in myself. She said, you're going to be here a long time. You've got something to say. And I thought I was too much. She said I was just right, just enough. So please join me in welcoming my friend and a beautiful minister, Reverend Teresa Phillips. And she's going to talk about today is filled with blessings. And now you can give her those rounds of applause.
No, I need it so I can hang on here. He's trying to kill me there. And then I do my meditation and I get up relaxed. And my sweetheart comes and he pulls the chair out from under me. So I will be sitting down, but I just had to say all those. Yeah, but they're fun. What can I say? All right. It is an honor to be here. It really is. And it's been so much going on lately, and we were out, we go to the trolley, and I tell people about the trolley. But it was foggy, like foggy. And we all had to drive in that fog. And we all knew what it was like to be in that fog. Got nervous. Like, where am I going? What's happening? But wasn't it nice to see the sunshine? To see where we were going, to have the direction. Well, it's just like life. It can be real foggy sometimes. Well, are we right now in our life, do we have that foggy patch in our life? Do we have something stopping us from going ahead? Well, what can it be? Is it a false belief? Is it something inside? Is it something out there that we're listening to that's nattering at us? Well, since each of us are driving our vehicle of life, we're the ones that are going to have to get through that, regardless. I remember I'd always wait for the Savior to come, or someone to blame something on, but they're never there. And I mean, you just saw it twice now. They've tried to kill me off. And haven't even got up here yet. But it is our life, and we're here to live it, to be who we're meant to be. But you see, we might have a vision. I have a vision. We all have a vision. Come on, if you don't have a vision, you have a vision in there saying, come on, get going, do this, do that. But it's not us. It's that divine energy within that gives us life. That is what is driving us forward. You know, sometimes I feel like you've seen these little kids. Well, I had one of these little kids. If you pick them up, their little legs just to keep going, and I could never keep up to him. I mean, he was always just... So within us is that driving force to keep going forward. That is the divinity in us. We have a vision. But the vision isn't enough. we have to get those little legs working, and we have to go on that journey ourselves. And we have to connect with the all-knowing higher power in our own way to see where our vision is going. But they say it's not enough to have the vision. Like you look up at a staircase, and I do watch the renovation shows, and here's this staircase, and one day they had a staircase, and it went up, and then there was a wall at the top, so they had to figure that out. But we all have the staircase to get to where we're going. But you have to lift your leg up and put it on that stair to get up to go where you're going. So what is it that you need to do to fulfill who you are? Because who you are is not just a little nobody. Who you are is the divine mind in you waiting to express a glory that you are here to express on earth. Now, I wouldn't go in downtown Red Deer and say, well, I've got a divine vision and I am here to glow and have it. No, we each have our lives we do and our ways to express. And each of us are so important in what we do. So it's time to remove any shackles you may have through your mind, through your fears. Remove the muzzle from your mouth and speak and be truthful to yourself. If you want, go out in front of the mirror and say, I love you, to yourself. If you don't want to go up in front of the mirror, do it anyway. Go up there and look at yourself and realize, I've lived this long. Like for me, I've lived this long, but I've lived and survived. And we all have I just about died at this time. Some of us have quite a few of these, but I made it so far. Well, why? Because you're supposed to. Why? Because you're important. Why? Because there's something much bigger than your human form. It is the spiritual divinity within you waiting to exercise and express and be who you truly are. And only you know who that is, and only you can make that connection. So I'm kind of putting a challenge out there for you. Just by continuing to move forward, answer the call of the divinity within you, your divine self, your passion, your purpose. I saw on my phone, there's this man in Red Deer. He's 54 years old. Well, he kind of had a dream come true. When he was 14, he watched, it's called the FinFast Ironman World Championship Triathlon. He's 14. And he watches this on TV and he says, I want to do that. I'm going to do that one day. Well, he went through different races. He trained. He always had this in mind, and he went to different races. But then he had knee injuries and all of these so-called obstacles. But he was able to get over those obstacles. And actually, this year, at 54 years, he participated. It took him 40 years, but he actually participated and completed this race in Hawaii. He wasn't the winner according to the statistics, but he was the winner according to him. And to me, I'm thinking, holy, look at what that guy did. He did not give up. He went over whatever obstacle was there. And I'm sure there was the odd, nice little, you'll never do it. You know, all our so-called people that give us the nice advice. Yeah, and then we have the one that lives in our head. Yeah. He did it anyway. He did not give up. He continued. So the little I'm going to go in that race one day kid is the middle-aged man that's saying, yeah, nah, 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 I did it. So if the dream seems impossible, think of the word impossible, and then think of the word I'm possible. I'm possible. I can do it. We all have that purpose, and none of our purposes are too small. One of the things we need is that childlike faith. I remember when I was a little girl, and we had doll parades and doll buggies, and we'd get all the little girls, and I'm like the little kid, the little kid, no doll buggy. I get a new doll buggy. I'm so excited, and I put the dolly in there, and I'm going to get to be in the doll buggy parade. And, well, my favorite uncle, you know that when you're little and you have the uncle and the one you're going to marry when you grow up. Well, he was my uncle I was going to marry when I grow up. And, oh, he comes. Here comes Uncle. And he comes, and I hear, I got my doll buggy and running out there, show it to him. And he drives up, and everybody, my brother and my dad, come running, screaming, yelling. And I get picked up and broke off, and I'm, my doll buggy. Well, there's kind of a little situation here. My uncle drives an 18-wheeler, and he drove up in the 18-wheeler, and he could not see this little, 4-year-old, whatever I was, with a doll buggy. So my family rescued me. My uncle that I still wanted to marry after this, but he's darn lucky I did, flattened my brand new doll buggy like a pancake. And he murdered my doll buggy. Now, did I give up? No, I did not give up. I got over my, oh yeah, you killed my doll buggy, but I still like you. You're my handsome uncle. And so I'm not giving up. I had my doll buggy, and I put my poor dollies in, like if the dollies could talk, they didn't want to go in there. I put them in, and I had to drag, this is me, there's my doll buggy. All the other girls are doing their doll buggy parade, and I'm in the back, and whenever there was a bump, one of my dolls would fall out, and I'd have to run, put the doll back in. But I didn't give up. There were obstacles. And we'd have a family get together, and my dad and my uncle, they'd get together and they'd remember the time, and they'd kill themselves laughing. But when I think now of that doll buggy, I thought, I drugged something around, and then it was funny. But how many doll buggies do we have of old memories and old things that we're actually dragging woes or feelings that being unloved or whatever are we dragging something around like this poor old kid with a doll buggy? Like, what is it that's a burden to us? Why not let it go? get a new dog buggy with wheels or whatever, but that was faith of a child. I had faith everything would be okay, and it was. They saved me, and it gave a good story. We believed in ourselves as a child. But through life, all these things happen to sort of take that away. So let's reawaken that universal divine life in us, that power within us. Dr. Holmes said, let's, you and I see if we cannot be as little children. It is natural for us to believe. What is standing in our way of believing in that divine life in us, in believing in ourselves, in knowing that no matter what, we're just going to keep going and going to succeed? It is natural for us to dance with joy and enter into the rhythm of life. And remember when especially when you're young and that guy fell in love with you, you thought, or that girl fell in love, and you just, that rhythm, you felt so good. Well, that is our joy. And we can continue to have our joy. The joy of being alive, being in love with ourselves, being in love with others, being in love with the earth, caretaking each other, caretaking the earth. We are part of such a wonderful whole, and we're way more important than we may ever imagine. And it's not just the little me, it is the divinity within us, guiding us to help and love one another. So if the divine or God, whatever word you may use, seems not there, well, who moved? Where did it go? It's still there. I mean, if the water isn't there, who moved? Did you move away from the water, from the well? It's always there. The divinity within you. Just take time to listen, to be, to know, or just watch what makes you happy. Maybe children, maybe nature, it may be the Grey Cup game today, I don't really know. There is someone who is actually fulfilling a dream to do with our Grey Cup. And it's a fellow who does the voices for the Canucks. And he actually does the Canuck games in Punjabi. Well, this is the first time that the Grey Cup is going to be have it on the Punjabi channel, so that all people can enjoy it and learn new cultures. Our inner dreams become aligned with who we are if we allow the divinity to come through us. So, do you ever feel trapped in your life? What's stopping you? You can write it down. What is in my way? Where are my pathways? Where do I want to go? What is there for? You put out the call for something, and it will come to you. If you don't believe it, just run around saying, "Oh, poor me. I'm so tired. Nobody loves me." Now, I've tried it with the odd person, and they just, yeah. But in real life, well, that's real life. What you put out there, you get back. I mean, we've probably all met that person that No matter what happens, it's not good enough, it's not big enough, it's not small enough, it's not enough money, too much money. And yeah, well, that's a game of life that we don't need to be in, because we have the power of the word and saying, I know that there is one mind, one power, one energy in, as, and through me, and expresses in, as, and through me. And I know the power. We're taking it back. I declare that I am perfect. I am whole. I am complete right here, right now. Whatever I need, I have, for I know it is given to me through the divine that always works through me. How does that happen? Well, ask and ye shall receive, seek and ye shall find, knock and the door will be open. Well, what is it you want? If you've not asked for it, think about it, put it out there, write it down, request it. Nobody knows you're knocking on the door unless you knock on the door. What is it you want? Go out and get it. I'm not going to get it for you. Nobody here is going to get it for you. You're the only one who knows what you want. Go and get it. Oh, you're the only one who knows what you don't want. So get rid of it. You're the only one that can get rid of it. Are you feeling trapped? Well, change your thinking. Change your life. Like falling into human dramas or dramas. I mean, they're kind of easy. I was doing is the sun ever going to shine? It's been foggy and overcast. And yeah, well, it did. Of course it's going to shine. But I did get like a little bit of my whining in there, and it made me feel better. But, get around whatever the complaint is, and just do it and feel it and know the divine's there. I have memories of bless him, my big brother would take me to the movies when I was little. We'd walk all the way down to the movie theater downtown, and you'd go and sit in there, and he hated taking this stupid, dumb kid sister to the movies. But I wanted to go. And so I would talk all the way from the bottom of the hill here, all the way downtown. We'd walk across the river. I'd talk. And then we'd go way down to the movie theater, which was way down to where the Co-op shopping center used to be. It was right by along there. Yada, 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 yada. So we'd get to the movie theater, and bless my brother, he'd give the $1, whatever. Get in there and you sit there. Now, don't you talk. And then in the back, there was a room, and it had you could see from that room, you'd sit in the chairs, but it was if you had babies crying, right? And the women would take their babies into there, and they could watch the movie through the window with the babies. But my brother, older than me, much smarter than me, he said, do you know what that room's for? No. And he said, that's where they put little girls who can't stop talking. Well, I was scared. But only for a little bit. And then but what does it put the fear in us? What is it puts the fear in us? It's so important to just be and know who you are, your vision. So I invite you to just be still right now. And if you wish, you may join me in a guided meditation. Just be still. Be right here, right now. And feel the calm. Feel the peace. And just breathe. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, peace. Feel the peace within you. Connect and allow yourself to feel the dreams that are in you. Allow yourself to see the beauty of who you are. Allow yourself to feel the connection with the divine, the true you. Just release. Be. And see yourself start to fulfill a dream that is within you. Start to see it come into fruition one way or another. This is your life. This is your ambition. This is your journey. And you alone, with the divine mind energy working through you, are the ones who are fulfilling the truth of your dream. Recognize and honor the ability within you, your connection to the knowledge that you need is there. Your connection to whatever you need is within you. Feel that. Know that. See your body as perfect and acknowledge it. Know what is required is yours right now. See a free, clear channel to you becoming what you want, doing what you want, living how you want. Ask, and ye shall receive. Ask. Believe. Know. And accept your divine right to be who you are. and accept it with open arms. Feel that release. Feel that peace. Feel the calm within. Let go and recognize the beautiful you that you are. And when you are ready, you may open your eyes. See, we are all blessed. We are the pure of heart, because Matthew 5:8 said, "Blessed are the pure of heart, for they shall see God." We see the divinity within by what we do, and by what we do, we bless the world. So I know for you, and I know for me, that we are one with the divine, each of us perfect, whole, complete, right here, right now, who we are, and so it is.